Microsoft has announced one of the largest restructurings in Xbox history. The company says it's reducing roughly 3,200 Xbox positions over the coming fiscal year as part of the major organizational reset. Around 1,600 positions are being eliminated immediately, with additional reductions planned later. Leadership says the goal is to simplify management, improving profitability, and focus investment on higher profit margin. But these cuts aren't limited to Xbox publishing. Reports indicate that nearly every major Xbox division is being affected, including Activision Blizzard King, Bethesda, and ZeniMax. For Bethesda fans, that's where things become more concerning and more reality. According to multiple reports, Bethesda Game Studios and wider ZeniMax organizations are experiencing significant staffing reductions. The Bethesda Game Workers Union, which is great that they have, says that many employees have lost their jobs, while reports point to substantial cuts at ID Software and ZeniMax Online Studios. One of the hardest hit teams appears to be ID Software, where reports suggest that around half the studio is lost. One thing about the Xbox restructuring is there's not a lot of studios shutting down. Far from it, actually. No studios were shut down, they just had a loss of staff. And the one we gotta talk about is Bethesda Game Studios. We have a report directly from Jason Schreier that Xbox's strategy has pretty much bolstered a lot of their efforts to make their first-party franchises more appealing. From Fallout, Quake, Wolfenstein, and Doom, but most importantly, The Elder Scrolls 6. Although Xbox wants to put primarily these game focuses in the forefront, there's also a lot of setbacks that comes with this. And this comes from another report from Jason Schreier. He states that the earliest that we'll see The Elder Scrolls will be out in the next 2 years. The earliest, which corroborates from reports that I've heard also. And there's another report coming directly from Reddit that states, even though we're in the workers union, these aren't the layouts that they expected coming from Bethesda Game Studios. The report states, yesterday's layouts at Bethesda Game Studios were not a cut of 14 layers of management. We lost dozens of programmers, artists, designers, and testers, many of whom worked at Bethesda for decades. If Bethesda fans are worried this will harm the quality of future games like The Elder Scrolls 6, let Microsoft know. I believe the quality of Elder Scrolls 6 is one of the main things that I'm very concerned about. Unfortunately, Bethesda Game Studios is my favorite game studio. I've said this all the time, but The Elder Scrolls 6 is the most anticipated game that Xbox has other than Halo and a new Fallout. You cannot mess this up, Xbox. I repeat, you cannot mess this up. You need to find some quality assurance and make your other teams work on The Elder Scrolls 6. You cannot fail at this game. I guarantee you, if you fail to make Elder Scrolls 6 popular and worthwhile, because Starfield wasn't it, unfortunately. I love Starfield, but it was not the Elder Scrolls 6. It was not what they promised, unfortunately, for a lot of people. The Elder Scrolls 6 is the game that should not fail. The Elder Scrolls 6 is a game that you need to put on your map. It needs to be the second face, besides Fallout and Halo, of your brand. And one thing Bethesda has a problem with is quality assurance. We know what happened with a lot of your games, Bethesda. Release launch of Fallout 4, which is very bad, from falling through the floor, from bad voice acting to bad graphics, etc. People not liking the engine. I think the engine's fine, but that's another thing. To going back to the Elder Scrolls remastered on PC, that is still broken, unfortunately. Come on, do something with that. Fix it, please. To the quality assurance of Skyrim and other games. The way the engine is for the Creation Engine 2, it seems like there's going to be a lot of problems with it. Unfortunately, they're not going to get rid of their engine. They're not going to go to Unreal Engine 5 like they did, but I see a future where they can integrate some of that stuff into the new technology, because they are currently right now building the Creation Engine 3, which is staged by Todd Howard and other people. But how will that affect a lot of things? You need people to fix this, from artists, programmers, etc. However, there's one thing people are forgetting. With this new Xbox, they are bringing AI integration into every facet of life. AI integration is literally the future of Xbox in a lot of games, from upscaling and a lot of things. I know people aren't going to like it, but with these ballooning costs, I say this all the time, with these ballooning costs, there are certain things that you're gonna have to give and take, and AI is one of them, unfortunately. Even though I like AI in some instances, you cannot replace a lot of people with AI. That's just not how it works. You'll never gain fans, you never gain appreciation for those things. And based off this Reddit post, Elder Scrolls 6 is crippled. It really is. And I'm very concerned about it. The Elder Scrolls 6 should be the launch point into future Bethesda titles. It can show everybody what Todd Howard and the crew, their last hurrah will be before they make Fallout, which is why they're trying to put that on the forefront as well. As of right now, Xbox is in a massive reset. I want to be optimistic, but the more things that come out is I'm very skeptical. Unfortunately, it's going to be a long time for Xbox to even attempt to rebuild their brand, and They're starting off as a massive reset, and I think this is Xbox's last chance officially. With the new management system, with Satya Nadella and everybody going on, this is the massive reset Xbox needed, but if they can't fulfill anything, this will probably be the last console generation besides Project Helix. That's all I gotta say, people. Ray out.